A pleasant day, everyone. This is your principal, Mr. Abinael Torrejos. For today, I'll give you first a glimpse of how the senior high is arranged from the topmost level all the way to the students. I'll give you a glimpse of the senior high organization. As you can see, the senior high is arranged from the topmost board of trustees, comprised of our bishop and other board members. Under that is our school director, Reverend Father Gardo Barameda, the Director's Council as shown from before, and me, the Senior High Principal. And under me, there are 5 subunits. We have the Executive Secretary, the Guidance Office, the Subject Area Coordinators, the Grade Level Coordinators, and the Student Activity Coordinator. Under each one of them, they have their own distinctive offices and subordinates prior to going to the parents and the students. So please take note that whenever you need something, whenever you need to talk about something with the teachers or club moderators or guidance advocate, you have to go through the proper department. We have our own different socials and means to communicate with us. You may email us at pcsseniorhigh@gmail.com. We also have our active FB page, landline number, and now you are in our YouTube channel. But should you have other concerns for the clinic, registrar, university application, or the tuition receipts, we have our own different emails. So please take note of this communication methods. Please have them with you always. So whenever you have concern, you may talk to us anytime through any of these channels. Now, let me give to you some background about our strands and their respective subject requirements. Presented below is a graphical information regarding the different strands. For the arts and design, their strand is designed for the future media practitioners, theater artists, visual artists, designers, and performers. For the ABM, they are the ones who are related to business management, entrepreneurship, corporate personnel, finance experts, sales and operations, and bankers. For humanities and social sciences, their strand are for future lawyers, psychologists, teachers, mass media and communication heads, while for STEM, their strand is designed for doctors and allied health practitioners, scientists, engineers, statisticians, and computer studies. For the Tech Voc, these are the ones who can go through jobs already after graduating in a senior high school and taking up some national certifications. They are the future chefs and cooks, restaurateurs, hotel managers, barista, entrepreneurs, and bakers. For the general academic, they are the more diverse ones. They can be future teachers, generalists, religious, or psychologists. So in the senior high school, it's important that your track is aligned towards your future college course and, of course, your future job. Now we go to the highlight of this presentation, the academic schedule. So please take note of these very important dates. The first semester will run from August 22 to December 15. Of course, it's subdivided into two grading periods, the first grading period and the second grading period. So take note of our important major events. These are the graded ones: prelims, beta, periodic. So each of the grading periods would have its own schedule. Also, for the second semester, that will run from January 4 to June 14 of next year, it's also going to have two grading periods, and these are the major evaluation schedules for the children. So my dear parents, as much as possible, make these schedules free for your children. Do not book any vacation, do not book any out-of-town trips during these events or during this schedule. Presented in front of you is a sample of a class schedule that will be given by a class advisor during the first day of the orientation. Each section would have its own unique schedule. So please notice that students are required to be in school 4 times a week. It's going to be an on-site face-to-face classes. That's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. They are expected to be in school from 6:40 in the morning all the way to around 3. But some classes that have more subjects, they are expected to be at 4 o'clock. Every Wednesday, it's going to be our virtual classes wherein assessments will happen. We're going to have our odd-even scheme. So what's going to be the odd-even scheme? We have divided the subjects into two kinds of subjects, the odd week and the even week. So during the odd week, these are the subjects that the students have to do or have to comply with. So these are the assessments that they have to comply with. And then for the following week, it will change for the even week. So there will be an alternate kind of assessment for the subject so that the students will not be bombarded with assessments that are one entire kind of assessment for all the subjects. That would be difficult for them. So we're going to have our odd even week type of modality for the student assessment. We are going to also have two kinds of breaks. We have the 9 to 9:30, that's our health break or recess. Again, this is different for every strand, for every class, no? But nonetheless, all of them will have a 30-minute health break in the morning, and then around afternoon or lunch, they're going to have their own 30-minute lunch break again. So that's going to be 2 breaks in a day. So my dear parents, one of the things that we will show you in the near future are the time of dismissal of our students. So please take note of that. It's crucial for you to know when your child is expected to go out of the school and for you to wait for them at your own respective houses. So again, this is a generic sample. This may or may not be the schedule of your child. You'll have it, or they will have it during the first day of orientation with their class advisors. So some jargons and words that you might hear during the school year. We have 4 different providers. So we have Quipper for the year. It's for the formative and summative assessments, for the prelims. Our assignments and other task submissions can be found there. Quipper is our official learning management system, just like its counterpart in the junior high school, which is Genyo. We also have ebooks and other learning materials, and of course, some competitions. So this year, we did not have physical books, but rather our ebooks are already included in Quipper. Microsoft Teams, this is still our official video conferencing site for the synchronous classes. So attendance and some real-time announcements can be found there. Registrations and formal messagings can also be done there. Tech Factors, this is specific only for the STEM because that's our robotics provider. So it's for their capstone project and then their elective subject. Excelandia is for all, that's for diagnostic and achievement tests. So we analyze student scores and their achievements. So these are some of our friends and providers for the year to make learning more efficient and more fun. This year, since most of the classes are already face to face, we are returning the co and extracurricular activities. These are what you call the club activities from before. As mentioned, our student activity coordinator is Mr. Brian Cruz, and the Supreme Student Council head for the year is Ms. Jessica Lampa. These are the list of some clubs that the students might be interested to get into. We will show them to the students during the orientation, and we will allow them to choose wherever they want to go for their respective clubs. Again, the objective of the club is to develop their their other side for holistic formation. For this year, we decided to reinforce the monthly activities. Last year, we already have this. For the year, we decided to bring back some of our activities that were present during the pre-pandemic. So we have our monthly culminating activities, and of course, the different competitions that come with them, serving as otherwise the performance tasks of the students. So every month, they display their best work, and we judge them accordingly. And of course, the winners get prizes. And this will pursue all the way to the next half of the next year. As shown from the previous slides, we have monthly activities that involve the students to showcase their talents, their creativity, and their critical thinking skills. So we decided to bring back this year the field trips, the retreat, the recollections. Of course, we had last year the prom and the fair, and of course the graduation in June. So I'm expecting all my grade 12 students this year to be able to graduate in June. Some friendly reminders for our dear parents and students. For those who are not yet part of the PEAC voucher program, these are the students who are not yet subsidized by the government or are not yet receiving money and scholarship from the government. The portal was actually opened last July 28th. It's the start of the voucher application period, and yesterday was actually the deadline of the creation of the accounts. So I'm hoping that most, if not all of you, were actually able to submit, because the deadline for submission of applications will be tomorrow, August 18th. So let's hope that those who submitted their voucher applications will be approved in the future. I'm hoping that for the grade 11, you were assisted by your respective junior high schools. So since this was in July 28th, it was actually from your respective junior high school. And of course, some of the remaining dates for our onboarding weeks, we call this the senior high onboarding weeks or the show. We're already checked with August 15, the MS Teams orientation. I do hope that you were able to attend that. Today is August 17th, so I'm giving you the overview of school year 2024. Tomorrow is a very crucial orientation for you, my dear parents. You're going to have your Quipper orientation. So for Quipper, both the parents and the students would have accounts. So my dear parents, you would also have your own account so that you can access the students' LMS or Quipper. So please attend tomorrow. Later on, I'll be showing you the QR code already. And this QR code are actually posted on our FB page. So August 22 is the opening of classes. The call time is at 6:40 a.m. At the senior high building in FA Luzon. I'm hoping that everybody would be able to get in there as early as 6:40. You are requested to wear, or not requested, you are required to wear white shirt and non-ripped jeans. So in the senior high school, this is a common uniform substitute, white t-shirt and non-ripped jeans. So every now and then, you wear that kind of clothing. For the month of August also, we are more lax with the students when it comes to the uniform. We are more on type B and type C, which are strand shirts, white shirts, collared shirts, jeans, and rubber shoes. So the formal ones are actually required to the grade 12 but not yet to the grade 11. So since they were our students last year, the grade 12 students actually had their own type A uniform already. So the advisors will be the one to tell them the schedule of the uniforms and what to wear on particular days during the orientation. And then August 23 is the Quiver orientation for the students this time. So please make sure that your schedule for the set dates are actually free. So these are the QR codes for each respective onboarding for the parents. Grade 11, that's 9 a.m. for you. Grade 12, you'll be at 1 p.m. So please join our orientation for your own accounts. You need to have your own account so that you can monitor and manage your own student or child. For the students, you have your own QR code, so please take note of your own QR code with your students. Also, you'll have your orientation on the 23rd. Again, 9 a.m. for the grade 11 and then 1 p.m. for the grade 12. And then the other remaining orientations that we have. So again, on Monday, that's Ninoy Aquino Day, that's a holiday. 22nd is the opening of classes. 23rd is the Quiver Students Orientation. On the 24th, we are going to have a face-to-face orientation with the grade 12 students. And on the 25th, the grade 11 naman. So we are going to have our face-to-face orientations with our students on the 24th and the 25th. On the last week of August, August 29, because August 28 is the National Heroes Day, August 29, our dear parents would also have their own face-to-face orientation with me. So most of their questions, most of the new policies, the new reminders, I will give it to them, or I will give it to you on the 29th, for the grade 12. On the 30th, this is an online day, that's a Wednesday. It's going to be a guidance office assistance day or assessment day. So they will be the ones to give some assessment questions, some personality tests to the child. So I'm expecting that the students would be able to answer that through the platform. 31 is Buwan ng Wika, pangwakas na pagdiriwang. So since it's a Buwan ng Wika, we are going to celebrate that through a very short program patterned after a morning assembly. And September 1 will be the grade 11 parents orientation at the gym. So it's a turn now of the grade 11 parents to be oriented on the first day of September. So if you notice, the month of August is actually more of orientation, more of onboarding, more of introduction. Although some classes are already starting, it's going to be some overview and discussion of course outlines. So it's not yet really very formal classes for the senior high school. It's going to be an orientation one. And the other orientations will be again posted on our social media. So once more, I'm emphasizing these contact numbers, so please have them with you. Whenever you need something from us or whenever you need an announcement, please do check our FB, our YouTube, subscribe there, and then email the proper department, the proper concerned people or concerned email for your problems or any queries. So again, this is the principal of the senior high school, Mr. Alvin Altorrejo, saying thank you very much and good morning.